politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers, be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause the world goes fame, and the world's gonna know your name. You'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be a champion, you can be the best. You can be a champion, and you know your trust. You can be a champion, be the war. You can be a champion, and you know.
Absolutely, you could be a champion, you could be the greatest, you could be the best. It is the Hall of Fame by the script and Will I Am. And I'm sure when you hear this song, you know what time it is. Yeah, it's time for Personality Profile here on Joy 99.7 FM. I'm Lexis Bill. Really glad to be back on a Thursday evening with something inspirational for you. Yeah, these journeys and these conversations that we have here are meant to inspire you. And I think tonight I've got that guest who actually embodies all of that. A bit of inspiration, a bit of determination, grit, and all of that. And you'd get to understand what I mean in the next hour. So welcome along to Personality Profile. I'm Lexis Bill. We're live on Facebook. You can actually check out our live video and share it with your friends and family. Share it in the WhatsApp groups and let the world know about our conversation tonight. Now, listen, let's have a conversation, you and I. I'm sure we've all had moments when we felt small, moments when we felt overlooked, doubted, or probably told that we weren't good enough. Maybe it was a teacher's harsh words, or a failed attempt, or just that quiet voice in your head saying you don't have what it takes. But what if the story didn't end there? What if the person who was once written off found the courage to rewrite their story? Not just for themselves, but for everyone watching. Well, on today's show, we sit down with someone who did just that. You know, from childhood struggles with self-worth to standing tall as an academic powerhouse, a youth leader, a storyteller. Yeah, my guess is a walking testament that your past does not define your future. If you've ever battled self-doubt, felt invisible, or needed a reminder that growth is possible, well, then this episode is totally for you. So welcome to Personality Profile. Like I said, I bring you a story of a young woman, very young woman, who turned her wounds into wisdom, her self-doubt into determination, and her setbacks into stepping stones. Mabel Ayikai Ayi-Annum is not just a name, she's a force. Once a little girl who believed she wasn't enough. She rose through the ashes of trauma to become the best graduating student in media and communication studies at KNUST. But her journey is far from just academic excellence. She's a youth mentor and advocate for women and girls, a budding entrepreneur, and a passionate communicator. From helping creating advertising campaigns to tutoring struggling students and leading youth forums, well, now she wears many hats, each one with purpose. And I think her story is one of grit, grace, and growth, a powerful reminder that your beginning doesn't define your end. And when I chanced on her post on LinkedIn, I thought this is a story that I'd want to share with you. And so she's here to share that journey with us. Real and deeply inspiring. Hello, Mabel.
Hi, Lexis.
How are you?
I'm fine.
So good to see you in person.
Yeah, so good to see you too.
Yeah, after reading that write-up on LinkedIn, I thought, no, this is totally amazing, and I think that the world needs to see you and hear a bit more about you. I think you had an episode with Edward Asari as well, right?
Yes, that's my mentor.
Yeah, he's a great chap. So when I saw that you had a conversation with Edward, I said, no, we need to actually get to know a bit more about you. So I'm so happy you're here today. How are you?
I'm fine.
And you dress professionally, so I'm sure you are from work.
Yeah, I'm from
And
work.
now you work at Innova.
Yeah, Innova DDB.
Oh, okay. So you're doing a service there.
Yes.
So what are some of the tasks that they've handed you so far?
Okay, so I'm into research, which is under the strategy department.
Okay.
So what I do is to help with research for advertising campaigns.
Mm.
So before we come up with a campaign, we need to back that up with data and facts.
Okay.
So I help in conducting competitor analysis and research into what industry players are doing, what the brand itself is doing, how it can influence communication so as to drive impact. Yeah.
Wow. What's the biggest thing you've learned so far since, apart from the technical skill that you've been imparted with, what other thing have you learned in the corporate setup?
Honestly, I've learned to stay stronger.
Is it?
Yeah, I've learned to stay stronger because at the end of the day, in the corporate setting, first of all, we need to understand that we are there to learn. Because I'm a beginner, we are there to learn. So as I go to work every day, I learn to observe things, I learn to listen to people, and I learn to stay emotionally strong.
Emotionally strong.
Yeah.
Where does it play a role?
Oh, so in the sense that you are there with different people, and different people have different personality.
Okay.
You are meeting different people, so you have to know how to connect with each and every person, because not everyone is the way you think everyone should be.
Should be. Right.
So
No, that's a very positive one. Let's start from the beginning now, okay? We'll get to, I want us to go through your story from when you were much younger. Probably you can share with us a bit about your upbringing. I know you are from Teshi,
yeah, I'm from
right?
Teshi. Yeah, I'm from
Okay,
Teshi.
great. Tell me about growing up.
Okay, so I grew up in Kolebu. Yeah, there's this community called Zoti. So that's where I was given birth to, and that's where I grew up for a while. And then I moved to Kolegono, for a while before we later moved to Teshi, and we've been there for I think 10 years.
Okay.
That's my hometown as well.
Yeah.
So I also schooled at Ministry of Health Basic School in Kolebu. That's where I grew up. And growing up, I learned so many things. It's I was very young, but a lot of things were coming up my way that was testing my strength.
Is it?
Yeah, so even though I was young, honestly speaking, growing up, one major challenge I faced was academic struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing I faced. And by the grace of God, my sisters were actually very good in class. So I remember when my parents come for speech and prize giving day, mostly I'll be doing the choreography, and my sisters will be taking the awards. So that's how it was. So
Yeah.
growing up, I was always inspired to do better. But it seemed no matter how hard I tried, maybe I wasn't trying enough.
Yeah.
But no matter how hard I tried, things were not going as I expected it to be.
So you're really talking about pure academics, like you were not good in class.
Yes.
And what would you attribute that to? I mean, with the benefit of hindsight, would you say it was just you? Would you say you were distracted by something? Were you just playful or what?
For me, I would think at that point I didn't really believe I could. That's what I would say now. I would say at that point I didn't really believe I could do so well. So it's it was a mindset. I've set my mind that sure I'll open the books to study, but in as much as I'm studying, I've told myself that as for me, I can't do well. Yeah, that's one major thing.
You just thought you were not good enough.
Oh yeah.
But do you know where that stemmed from? Was it because probably you were watching your sisters or your peers do certain things that you couldn't do, or what?
Okay, so it looked like growing up, I always saw myself not doing so well. So it's that affected me that, why is it that there are other people that could just study and do well and all that? But as for me, class 1, class 2, class 3, I wasn't doing that well. I mean, so I can't do well. I don't know. It's a childish mentality. I just felt I couldn't do that well. But things, in class 3, I think I did a little bit better, and I became very excited. So from class 3 onwards, it's I was motivated to do more and all that until I had certain experiences later, I think in class 5.
What happened?
So in class 5, I think that was the most terrible times I've ever faced in in the past, not now, because I think now I'm better, so I don't really take those experiences to heart. But in class 5, I remember not doing so well in class. And at that time, I think my class coordinator had something that he used to do to, like, I think to him to help the students. Well, maybe he did. He had this, he segregated the students. So there was a particular role meant for, like, students who were not doing so well and all that. And
They put you there?
Yeah, I was in that row. I even remember where I was sitting. Yeah, I was
So
in
they
that row.
put the high performers, those who are doing very well in a certain row, those who are not doing so well, you sit on that row.
So there was no segregation for the others, but as for those who are not doing so well, or those who are leads, those who are vagabonds, like, we were in one row. Yeah, we were in one row. So that's one thing I remember so well. And I remember when other teachers come to class, it's like there was this stigma attached to that row.
That row, yeah.
And I wasn't also doing well, so it's like I deserved to be in that row, and everything was just like...
Yeah. And I think mentally that's going to affect you as well.
Yes,
Because in
it
your
did.
mind, you're in the dumps.
Yeah, it did. I remember my sitting partner at the time. Sometimes he wouldn't be around, he would move away from school, and when teachers come and he's not around, it's like they'll be blaming me that why isn't he around? I'm like,
Yeah.
all these things could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, I don't know whether the teachers at the time knew what they were doing when it comes to how that will affect you mentally, or how it will affect you emotionally as a young person who really even didn't understand a lot about life.
So I think to my class teacher, he meant good for us. Because honestly, that experience is what has shaped my entire path till now. At that point, I felt bitter. I felt it was something bad, something terrible. But looking back now, I feel it's something that has actually shaped my path. So even though it was bad at the time, to an extent, I mean, it's been good.
So what did it take to begin rebuilding your self-esteem even at that young age?
So at a point, I felt like dropping out of school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I felt like dropping out of school. Like, I used to ride bicycle a lot, so I wanted to like focus on that. And at the point, I used to also have this small school I used to do. Like, I used to teach children in the community.
Even with your low grades?
Oh yes.
Only God knows what you were teaching them.
Yeah. Oh, so the point is, I used to teach people younger than me. So let's say I'm in class 5, I'll teach people in class 3 and below.
Yes.
So I just wanted to focus on that and stop school. But I don't know, for some strange reasons, I felt like it's been a long time. I've been thinking of the fact that like I can't do it. What if I try and like think as if I can do it and work towards it? So the first thing I did was to change my group of friends, and that's the truth of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Moving on in class 6, even though I didn't discard my old friends, I befriended like those who were usually top in the class, those who were always studying and those things. I befriended them, and I think it helped. Yeah, it did.
Well, obviously, it looks like it did.
Yeah, it did.
So then I need to find out then that, do you think your situation at the time too was because of the kind of friends that you had?
Well,
Do you, with the benefit of hindsight, think that they were, because probably they were unserious, it rubbed off you? They probably were engaged in things that were unproductive and you would also join them. Do you think that was it? And really, what change did these new friends bring? Was it a mindset thing, or there were practical things that they were doing that you also engaged in?
okay, so to the second question, I think it was about the mindset. Because in my mind, I was like, one of the these friends is Nora Redu, and I always thank her. So befriending Nora taught me to like keep pushing. It's not like she studied with me per se, but I could see how she paid attention in class, how she answered questions, how she went about like regular things in class and all that, and I learned from it. And so maybe it could be from the old friends I have, but one key thing I remember is that the major problem I had was in my mentality and how I used to think about myself. Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. A lot of young people can relate to that feeling of, where I don't think I'm good enough.
Yeah.
Even some older people feel that sometimes.
Yeah.
People in corporate settings are thinking, am I good enough? Am I not getting opportunities because I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve it, and all of that. You think it's totally a mindset thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's the mindset. Yeah.
For anybody who's listening, how do you think they will snap out of that?
So to me, the first thing I would say is to believe you can. I think that alone is like a very powerful thing. Once you believe you can,
Yeah.
because I think that's what has really helped me even to today. Because sometimes I go to work, I feel down and all that, but I just remember where I'm from and I tell myself, like, Mabel, you can do this. And that changes everything. It changes how I approach things and all that. So once people start to think that, see, let's say Mabel and I can, and you have that in your mind that you can, and you're going to work hard towards it, I think it's achievable and it's possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You're a ball of inspiration. Oh dear. Well, if you're listening and you can send us a WhatsApp message on 055-1111-997. This young Mabel is just a gem. Her story is inspiring, and I think that it speaks to very little things that many of us think about. In those moments where you feel that you're probably not adequate for something, for a role, for whatever, for an opportunity, and all of those things, maybe you need to believe in yourself a bit more. Now you realized that learning wasn't just about school, but about believing in yourself.
Yes, yes.
At what point do you think you got to that realization in your journey?
So I would say in GHS, after my experiences and me trying to change my friends and all that, it seemed to work. Like,
Yeah.
for the first time, it's not like I was where I wanted to be, but I did better.
Yeah.
And I felt that, wow, so telling myself I can do it is actually something that could work. So in JHS, I took on a leadership role. I aspired for the school's worship prefect.
Yeah.
And even before I went in for the vetting, in my mindset, like in my mind, I was just trying.
Yeah.
I was just trying. I didn't know I'll get it because I felt I wouldn't get it and all that. But I went in, they asked me some questions, and then I answered confidently. And after, I got the position. And I was like, hey, so someone like me that, first of all, I didn't believe I could do so well, is now a leader in the school.
Yeah.
So that point made me realize that, see, maybe once you put your mind to something and you work hard towards it, it's possible for you to achieve it.
Yeah.
So ever since then, like, anytime I feel down, because I'm human, sometimes I do feel down,
Yeah.
but I just get back and say, maybe, see, you've got this, you can do it.
Mm.
Then I try to do it, and mostly it works.
I read a story, and in the part of it, even after you got that leadership role in school, you still felt a bit of inferiority complex.
Yes.
How did that happen?
So, in my mind, I just felt my opponent was better than me, like that kind of mindset, that once it's me, then I'm not good enough. So I just felt my opponent was better than me. And at a point, my opponent also used to do things that I was doing in my role. And it looked like I was just down. I just felt that I couldn't do it, so that was it.
Okay.
So I left everything that was it. But see, something just came to me that, Mabel, this is your position, this is your role, you can do it. So I remember the first time, or not the first time per se, but after that experience, I stood in front of the school to lead an assembly. I was shy, I wasn't confident, I used to shake when I'm holding the microphone. Because of what I told myself, I held the microphone and I started talking. And after that assembly, the teachers came to me, oh, Mabel, you did so well, you did. And that really motivated me. So that was where everything changed. And I realized that this thing actually works. From telling myself I could do better academically to now telling myself that, see, I can do this in terms of leadership. So Mabel, go for it. And that also worked.
Yeah, it looks like it did.
Yeah, it did.
It looks like it did, because I think that from there you gained admission to Achimota School.
Yes, by the
And
grace
that
of
was
God.
quite pivotal in helping you develop your voice and your confidence as well.
Yes.
Tell me about that experience in Achimota.
Okay, so after JHS, by the grace of God, I gained admission to Achimota School. I studied general arts.
And let's just set the record straight that your grades were good by this time.
It was okay.
It was
It wasn't where I wanted to be. I wanted to get 9-1s.
okay.
Yeah, I look up to my sisters, so I just wanted to get 9-1s too, so that
Oh, they also got 9-1s.
yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll also be like, oh, I also did well, but I didn't get 9-1s, so it was okay.
But how did you feel when you didn't hit that target?
I was happy because of what I got. I thought I would do worse. I thought I would do worse, but I did so well. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I gained admission to Achimota School to study general arts. And even before SHS, I remember there was a time that I went to the school to see the headmaster with my dad. And surprisingly, the headmaster was like, "Hey, Papa, this your daughter. Take good care of her. She's so good. She has a lot of things to offer and all that." And I was just so like, wow, someone is saying this about me, and that's my head teacher. So moving to SHS, I had that mentality that, see, if no one is even like looking at me, my headmaster is, he's rooting for me.
Yeah.
So I have to do something to make him proud. Even today, I've been looking for him. I don't know where I'll find my headmaster. I've been asking my friends for his contacts and all that.
Yeah.
I want to go to him and tell him that, thank you, Mr. Ohene. Because I think what he said to my dad and me has really helped me. So in SHS, I undertook debate contests, and then I did public speaking. Yeah, so in Achimota School, I was part of the Writers and Debaters Society.
Okay.
And I think that really helped me, because mostly we prepare for debate contests, and then even inter-house competitions, I'll stand in front of a large group of people and I'll have to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big deal for me, because initially it wasn't something that I could do like effortlessly.
Yeah.
But with that experience in Achimota School, I was able to develop my public speaking skills. I even also served as the class prefect for my class. There was a point I also served as a dormitory prefect. And I also contested in a beauty pageant, even in high school.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not like you were on a roll. You were literally just going out and out and out and out like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. No, that's totally impressive, because from somebody who was, losing her voice and her confidence to somebody who's now like out there on the stages and all, was it more a realization that, okay, now I can do this, or let me just try and dip my hands in everything?
So I think it's more of like trying.
Okay.
Because at that point, I still suffered like inferiority complex. I didn't believe I had self-esteem issues. So mostly, even before I stand before a group of people to speak, you should ask my colleagues in the body. I'll rehearse for like 2 weeks. I'll wake up at dawn and stand in front of the mirror, which I know is good, but the fear of like failure also influenced that. And mostly, even before I start to talk, I got scared, but I tried to like overcome that. So I just saw it more as like trying to do something, and then the good feeling that comes after trying is also something that kept me moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was more of trying to do things, and I realized that it worked.
And then once you're done and you get the plaudits and people probably commend you for what you've done and all of that, you got those kinds of feedback, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you think that was motivating enough to get you going?
Yes, that was motivating enough to get me going. Yeah.
You chose media and communications at KNUST. And obviously now that you are a communicator, you are debating and doing public speaking, I'm not surprised you chose that. What inspired the decision though?
Okay, so personally, I've always wanted to be a teacher. As I said earlier, even growing up, I had a small school where I used to teach people and all that. But then, as I said earlier too, in SHS, I engaged in like this beauty pageant that we did in our boarding house. And then
we need to talk about that one.
Yeah, so as part of the competition, there was a point where I had to like perform a role. So it was like impromptu. I had to perform a media communication role. I had to act like a journalist. And I was so scared, but I was even surprised like at how I managed to like perform the role.
Okay.
I think I did it so flawlessly, and that earned me, I was, I think, second position out of like 15 contestants.
Nice.
So I saw it as something interesting and something that I can pursue.
Yeah.
And even with the debate competitions that I used to do, exposed me to like communication, public speaking, trying to be confident at speaking and all that. So before choosing media and communication studies in KNUST, initially my dad wished I had done law.
Okay.
But I tried to convince him on the reason why I should go my way and do what I wanted to do. That's media and communication. Yes, so that's how come I chose it, and then I ended up in KNUST.
You didn't think you could do law?
I think that was the point. Yeah. I think that was it.
It was that same thing playing back again, right?
It was that same thing playing back again. And I felt, Yes, I think that's it. I think that's it. So I didn't believe I could do law. That was there. But I also felt because of the experiences I've had with media and communication and this whole thing of communication, it's something that I could give a try. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more familiar territory,
Yeah,
basically,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But
for
what
me.
has that always been the profession, or it was the teaching profession that you always had at the back of your mind?
Yeah, so it's been teaching. Like, even till today, I like to teach.
Yeah.
I like to help other people learn and all that. So currently, I still want to teach and impact others, but I want to do it in a different form. I just want to be a lecturer. So lecturing and teaching is like on the same path, just
Yeah.
at like different
Yeah.
stages.
I get it. And you pursued this mass communication at KNUST with distinction. You were the three-time best academic student, top academic performer, DN awards. Boy, just say double awardee at the graduation. You're the best graduating student, right?
Yeah, for media and communication.
Wow. You must have been proud that day.
Oh yeah, very proud. Very proud.
Were there challenges on the university campus as well?
Yes, a lot of challenges, a lot. It wasn't easy, honestly. It wasn't easy.
Share some with me.
Okay, so in first year when I started the program, honestly, what we say like the local like terms, I wasn't seeing top.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. Like I wasn't understanding certain things and everything seemed confusing, especially statistics. Yeah, so I wasn't like grasping these things, but then I think one thing I did that really helped was like reaching out to people for help.
Okay.
So in first year, I used to do business a lot. I have a business even as I'm now. So I used to sell.
What business?
Okay, so I sell jewelries and accessories.
Ah,
Yeah, that's Goldilocks outfits.
amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I sell.
And you
jewelry.
used to do that when you were in school as well?
Yeah, I started in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, after WASI. So I used to sell and all that, but I realized that there were points where I had to like relax on the business and focus more on academics. And even back then in primary 5, one thing I did that really helped too was to promise myself to do academically well at least for once in my lifetime. So at that point, I thought maybe the final point of school is the university. I was a child by then. So I told myself that if for nothing at all, like I should be able to do very well in the university. So it's something I promised myself, and that's why I was always working hard, even from class 6 to high school. I was always trying to do better. At the end of every academic semester, I had this diary. I'll just write my goals, what I want to do next and all that. So in university, I felt like it's the time to act now. Like you have to do better. You have to get to where you want to. So I reached out to people for help. And then I had a lot of mentors on campus, a lot of friends, my TAs, my lecturers. They were all open to like assist you if you don't understand something. So even though first year I did well, but I still wasn't where I wanted to be. With my mindset, I just wanted to complete KNUST with an average of above 80. That was what I had in mind. So even though I was doing okay, like I was doing well, I just wanted to push further and do better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I reached out to people and I set out goals on what I want to achieve, and I started working on it, and it worked.
What are some of the practical things you did?
Okay, so it sounds strange, but sometimes I used to study like for 12 hours. Like it was a challenge I did for myself. So sometimes I would sleep during the day when I don't have class, and I'll start to study at 6 p.m. and finish studying the next day at 6 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's one practical thing I did. Another thing was reaching out to people, my TAs and friends. So sometimes we do study sessions. They sit me down and then they help me like with things I don't understand. And even with my friends on campus, when I don't understand something, I can go to my course mates who understands better. And I think that's one thing that really helps, if you can humble yourself and go to people to like help and assist you when you're facing challenges.
Did you have a social life?
Yes, I did.
Tell me what you did.
Okay, so I did my business like Goldilocks Outfits. I also engaged in clubs like Young Professionals and Youth Coalition. So that's like a leadership group on campus that trains people to be transformational leaders. So I was part of that, and even aside that, I became vice president of the YPYC KNUST chapter.
Oh, you took another leadership role.
Oh yes. In university, I took a lot of leadership roles. Yeah. So I was also part of the Media Communication Students Association. With that one too, I served as the vice president, the interim vice president for the association. And in a way, I was part of Inactus KUST. Yeah. So these are a few things I did on campus. I was also part of Gamsu Choir. I was part of Gamsu Choir.
You would have to slow down on that because I might let you sing a solo.
Hey!
So graduating best student. Now, beyond academics, what did KNUST do for you?
Okay. So beyond academics, KNUST taught me how to be versatile, like how to do different things, like multitask, and still make sure that you do them well. Yes, I think that's one key thing I learned from KNUST, because there were times where I'll have to go to class, but in the evening sometimes I'll have to go for choir rehearsals the entire night. The next day maybe I have meeting with Inactus. Then later in the day I have meeting with YPYC, and I still have to sell. I still have to study.
Yeah.
So these were like different things. I mean, KNUST plays all these things like there for us to like enjoy from.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was able to like multitask, do different things at the same time.
Yeah. On the business angle, what lesson did you learn?
What lesson did I learn with my business?
Well, apart from not lending and to your friends because they won't pay back.
Okay, I think.
Or you didn't learn that one the hard way.
Okay, my friends used to pay back.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So one lesson I learned is to be hard if you want money and you still want to do well academically. Because I had to, there was a point I even sold graphic, like newspaper, because we had to study with using the newspapers. So I went to the graphic branch in Kumasi. I went to partner with them. So the papers would come from Accra, and I'll have to stand at Tech Junction and receive the papers, sometimes 60 papers, 100 papers, and then rush to class and then go and sell and all that. So like one thing I learned was to like try to balance things, like trying to study and still do business that will excel and all that. Yeah, I think that's one thing I learned.
Okay. We're getting some very interesting messages from our listeners. You can also share yours with us on 055-111-1997 if you're enjoying my conversation with Mabel this evening. Good evening, Lexis. I'm really learning from the inspirational presentation that Mabel is sharing this evening. Her story is worth sharing with a lot of the younger generation. I'll give her a book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale.
Thank
that's
you.
from Edmond White. Edmond would want to give you a book as well.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Francis in Accra says, hi, Joy FM. Wow. Very, very eloquent and very determined, aspiring lady. This is really a typical girl with very good and a very good communicator with a hard face. We're from the hard face part. It's not by grade, it's by what is in the child. Joy FM, help her get a leadership training consult. Someone should pick this girl and raise her for Ghana, for advocacy issues for children and for female issues as well. Francis in Accra.
Thank you.
Thanks for your message, Francis. Very interesting thoughts there. Hard girl with hard face. Please, that's our beauty pageant contestant too. Our Miss Ghana.
Tell them.
Anyway, you can also WhatsApp us on 055-111-1997. It was interesting to know that even when you were in school, even before graduation, you sought out internships and all of that. What motivated you to take those bold steps?
I believe that studying in class is not just enough to actually understand media and communication.
Yeah.
So to better understand whatever was going on in class, I also needed to do some practical attachments to get like deeper insights into the courses we were studying in school. Yeah, so that's why I did internships at almost every vacation.
Yeah, and you did something about the Toyota Vits campaign. Was that for your dissertation or something?
Yeah, that was for my capstone project.
Okay. And tell me about that. I mean, what did you learn about creativity and leadership all through that?
Okay. So in my final year, I happened to work on Toyota Vits. Yeah, so at the time, in 2024, Toyota launched the new Toyota Vitz in Ghana. And my team, not only me, we were 5. There were 4 other people in the group with our supervisor, Dr. Fortune Teller. So we engaged with Toyota Ghana, the Kumasi branch, to help them in like creating awareness and aspiration on Toyota Vitz. So one thing that we realized was perception that people had about Toyota Vitz. Whenever people see Toyota Vitz, a lot of people think it's for like Uber, Bolts, like those ride-hailing services.
Yeah.
So we came together, like we wanted to change that perception and create aspiration for Vitz. Yeah, so that's what we wanted to do through communication and also raise awareness for the new model of Vitz.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was what the project was about.
So beyond maybe the perception of people choosing Toyota Vitz for the ride-hailing services, I mean, what were the values that you were sharing to convince other people that there's more to it than that?
Okay, so we highlighted like affordability, the fact that it's fuel saving, you wouldn't have to spend much. And then for that particular one, it was also luxurious, even though it was affordable.
Yeah.
It was also stylish and all that. So we communicated these things through like TV ads, radio ads, poster ads and all that. I mean, it was very, very intensive, but with the help of my supervisor and then Toyota Ghana in Kumasi, we were able to do it.
I think at this point, Toyota needs to give you a Vitz. Don't you think so?
Yes, they should.
Yeah. They are friends and our partners as well. They advertise on drive time. So Toyota, if you're listening in, I think Mabel deserves a Vitz.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for status,
Yeah.
just to start life.
Yeah, just
You understand?
Yeah, just to start life.
No. And Toyota, I'm serious about this. This is not laughing matter. We are serious. We will come to you with the capstone project and probably a new advertising deal, ambassadorship deal. Maybe it can be the face of Vitz. And it's stylish for the ladies as well. You know, a lot of ladies would love to ride a Vitz.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
But
true.
for before Toyota approves that, if you are listening and you drive a Vitz for any ride hailing service and maybe it picks you up, please, it's for free. All right, so there you go. I mean, you're doing advocacy for women. Now I see you use your platforms on LinkedIn to also inspire people. You want to impart and all. What drives you to do that? What made you decide that, look, I'd want to also reach out and inspire other people?
Okay, so for this, it took a lot. Yeah, it took a lot to like get to this point and try to be vocal on social media and all that. So, this year, one of the best things that happened to me, honestly, was having a digital marketing program with Blossom Academy. Yeah, so I was scrolling online and I saw them advertise for like a digital marketing fellowship, and I applied. And so during the program, we had coaches and all that, like training us and letting us know that, see, it's fine to share your views online and all that. And even after the program, it was a 3-month program.
Okay.
After the program, Blossom Academy like paired us with mentors, and I was very fortunate to get Edward Asari as my mentor.
Edward,
Yes, and he's been doing so well for us. We have 5 people that he's like mentoring, and he's the one who made me understand that it's very normal for you to be confident online, to talk about your wins and all that. I remember there was a time that I escorted him for a podcast. And there was a key point he made, that a lot of young people feel talking about your achievements online is something that people will consider you to be proud or boastful and all that. But sometimes it's fine to talk about your wins. Like, I'm into communications and marketing. And one of the key objectives we do in marketing is to create awareness for brands. So now I am the brand. I'm creating awareness for what I can do. And in doing that, I'm also making an impact.
Wow.
Yeah, to society.
That's great. I mean, I think you've made a very positive impact even in this space the last hour or so. And that's a good one. And I'm sure it's going to get better from here on. Yeah? If you could talk to your primary 5 self now, what would you say to her?
First of all, if my primary 5 self is here, I'm not sure she'll believe that I'm here, like sitting here talking to a large group of people. People are listening to me and all that. So if I could go back to tell myself something, I would say, Mabel, everything you want to achieve is possible once you set your mind towards it. That's one thing I'll tell my primary 5 self.
It's so profound. I love it. What does success mean to you today?
Success. So success means making an impact and impacting other people, like realize their full potential, to know that they can, and to bring out the best in themselves wherever they find themselves, be it academics, leadership, like anywhere you find yourself, just know that you are the best version of yourself. You can do everything you set your mind to achieve, and it's very possible. See, if you want to be the first person, like if you want to be the first female president in Ghana, it's even possible. Yeah, every single thing you set your mind to is possible. Once you put in the hard work, once you pray about it and all that, it's going to work out for your good. Yeah.
What was that one? I mean, when you mentioned if you want to be the first female president, I got a feeling you have your eyes set on that, your sights set on that. But what's that one big aspiration or one big dream that you really would want to see happen?
It's to become a lecturer.
To become a lecturer.
Yeah, it's to become a lecturer. Because growing up, I just love to like teach people. I want to impact people and all that. And there are points where I see myself and like realizing that go very, very far. Like, because I'm just done with my first degree, I have to consider doing masters and PhD, like explore more in terms of research. So it's something that I see to be very, very far. But once I get there and I'm able to become a lecturer and maybe one day a professor, and I start to make impact, I don't just teach, but I make sure that people will celebrate teaching. Like, I'll make impact in people's lives, just as my lecturers did.
Yeah.
They've impacted my life so much. I just want to also help other people realize their full potential in academics and even beyond. Yeah.
Professor Mabel Ayikai Ayi-Annum. That's a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Very
Prof.
Yeah.
Share with me one book or a quote or a mantra that has stuck with you.
Okay, so my daddy always says, my daddy is Pastor Ayi-Annum, he says you are the architect of your own destiny. You can make or mar your own progress. So, which aligns with what I believe too, because whatever you be in the future is how you start your foundation, like how you yourself, you put in the efforts to like be hardworking and try to work out things for yourself. You put in the efforts, and sometimes people come in to also help you and push you. So you are the architect of your own destiny. You have the plan, you design it, you can build the foundation, you determine how you want the style to be and all that. Yeah, so that's one thing that I also like from my dad. He always tells us that, like, try and focus on your future, work hard and all that, because you're the architect of your own destiny.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing. So many comments coming in this evening. I'm totally impressed that a lot of people are enjoying listening to you. Gabriel Danso in Dowinya says, good evening, Lexis. This is a typical Ghana girl with the never give up spirit. God bless her. Amen. Mabel was my senior, very hard working. She was a year ahead of me. Oh, you didn't add your name. I'm sure she would love to know your name. Hi, Lexis. I'm a teacher in the public school of Ghana, and I've been for some 2 decades now. Trust me, the young lady has a proven solution to weaker minds in class. I would agree. Yeah. Thank you so much for your message. And this one here from Na in Takwa says, go higher, girl. I love the energy. Please, she needs the vits. What are some of the limitations you still face? What's your advice to someone who's battling with the fear of failure? And I would add a bit more to Na's question. For any young person listening who feels unseen or unheard, what words of hope would you share?
So if you feel unseen or unheard, what I'll tell you is to keep pushing, keep striving, because one day you'll be heard. I feel sometimes that's how things work, because I never even imagined that someone will see my post on my mentor's page and reach out to me and all that. So, but I still post on LinkedIn. I hear people say a lot of things that sometimes I don't want to hear, but I keep doing it. And look at me, I'm here today inspiring other people. So keep doing what you are doing. Just put in the hard work and don't give up. I mean, look, I started in class 5. I was facing challenges and I realized my full potential, what I wanted to be after level 400. That's more than 10 years. But I kept working hard. I kept on pushing. So to any young person out there facing any form of like self-doubt and all that, don't worry. It's part of it. Like, keep moving. Just put it in your mind that you can. Work hard, and in time, everything will work out for your good.
You're a gem. Got a message from Najomo. It says, don't know if you would remember, her batch of prefects handed over to us back in GHS, Ministry of Health Basic School. Yeah, so that's Na sending us a message. Mabel, if you can go back, I think there was another message that I'd love to share. She knows exactly what she's about. Sweetheart, keep it up.
Thank you.
And that's from Fee as well. Oh man, well, it's been a really good evening. I don't know, Uncle Ken just walked in. Uncle Ken, so good to see you.
Yes.
Your niece is here.
Exactly. No, she's my daughter.
Oh, your daughter is here. and since I'm sure you listened to her a little bit.
Yes, I did. And I really enjoyed what she had to say. Did you read a message that said she's a typical Ghana girl?
Yes.
With a hard face. And did you get the drift of that message?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Because the person who sent the message must have been Ghana.
Yes.
And what he wanted to say in Ghana was Ehiawa. which translates in English as she's a very determined lady.
Okay.
Not that the face
is
was hard.
Okay.
No.
I get that.
Yeah, you get it now?
I get it,
That's
absolutely.
what the person wanted to say. Because like you said yourself.
Like Nania Ding.
Nania Ding. Yes. That's what the person wanted to say.
Okay.
And like you said yourself, she's a very pretty lady.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
So the face is not hard. Literally.
Not literally. Yeah. yes.
Yeah.
Uncle Ken, well, thank you so much for pitching in as well. Mabel, it's been great spending time with you. We're grateful. We're happy that you came by the studio today, and I'm sure a lot of people have been inspired by your story. This is just the beginning.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a lot more that we'll do. Yeah, because I think that you probably even could play a role somewhere around here. You know, I'm sure you'd like that at some point, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Right now, what I'm trying to do is to share my voice on a global level. Like, reach more people and all that. Yeah. So right now, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to connect with other young people, other young leaders, to like inspire others and also make an impact.
Yeah.
In Ghana and beyond, not just Ghana, but Africa and the world at large.
Okay. Yeah. So just before I go, I have news for you. Yeah, I just got a message from the organizers of a very big fair that's happening in Ghana in a few months. It's an automotive fair. It's a fair, automobile and transport fair, the Ghana Automobile and Transport Fair. The team just reached out to me that they want to hire your services.
Oh, that's nice.
For the fair that is happening. I think it's launching this month. Oh. And they just sent me a message that they want to hire your services for the fair. So you just got a job.
Wow.
And it's you don't have to leave in over, but of course that's your service, right? Yeah. But now you have another gig that you have to perform.
That's good.
So the Ghana Automobile and Transport Fair is happening later this month. I think it's launching this month, but it's going to happen, I think, in a couple months. And you just got a gig. So let's see whether you'd accept the offer.
So the VITS has to happen.
The VITS has to happen. Because and this is a message to Toyota Ghana that we did a campaign for you in school. Now we want to bring the campaign to life. Yes, and if Toyota would want, we Joy FM can help also make it a big thing so that we can, sell more Toyota cars, the VITS cars, led by Mabel.
Yes. Thank you.
Mabel, thank you so much.
Yeah, but before we go, I want to thank a few people.
Yes, please, go ahead. We've got just a few seconds, but you can go ahead.
So first of all, I want to thank everyone who has taught me, like my teachers, my lecturers, and people who have been there for me even in difficult times. I also want to thank KNUST and my lecturers there, Dr. Fortune, Dr. Nkrumah, Madam Angela, and all my lecturers there. I want to thank Blossom Academy for training me in digital marketing, for giving me the best mentor in the entire universe. That's Edward Asari. I mean, he has been so good to us. He has been so good to me. I want to thank my dad, my family, my siblings. I mean, anyone at all who has been there for me to see me get to this point. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to Joy FM for bringing me here today to share my story and impact others. I'm grateful for everyone, my friends, my family, everyone who has helped me to get to this point.
All right.
I'm grateful to Innova. I mean, I can't thank everyone because
there are a lot.
Yeah, there
but
are a lot.
we get the message.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mabel. And thank you
welcome.
to our friend who's listening now. Thank you for staying tuned into Personality Profile. Enjoy your evening. Uncle Ken will take over.